If anyone finds this, I guess that means I didn't make it. Might as well document my experience. My name is Randy Cole, or at least it was Randy Cole, freelance writer, 38 years old, org 39. Hell, I don't even know what day it is anymore, let alone the year. Before all this, I wrote articles for travel magazines, human interest pieces, profiles of people who lived in places you couldn't find on a map. Funny, isn't it? I spent my life telling stories about the world, its hidden corners, its quiet heroes, and now, I don't even know if the world exists anymore. I'm in a fallout shelter, mine technically, buried under 6 feet of concrete and steel, a mile outside what used to be Boise, Idaho. I built it 3 years ago, not because I was some paranoid doomsday nut. No, I wrote a piece for Survivalist Quarterly, paid $4,000 to interview a guy who'd stockpiled 20 years of freeze, dried lasagna in a bunker under his barn. Figured, what the hell? If I ever needed a tax write-off, maybe I'd dig my own. Never thought I'd actually use it, but here we are. I got here 6 hours before the first blast. Saw the news on my phone while I was grabbing coffee downtown. Missiles inbound. No time for details. No time to call my sister in Denver. No time to do anything but drive like a madman, ditch my car in the woods, and crawl into this glorified coffin, the hatch sealed behind me. Then nothing. No trees, no roar. Just the faintest hum, like the sky itself was holding its breath. I waited 3 days before I tried the radio. A little handheld thing, battery-powered. Tuned it to every frequency, emergency channels, AM, FM, even the weather band, static. All of it. Just static. Not even that pulsing tone they used to play during tests. Dead air. For weeks I kept trying. Every morning at 9, every night at 7. Nothing. Not a voice. Not a signal. Not even a goddamn bird chirping. You know what's worse than the silence? The sameness. The lights in here never dim. The air recycler hums the same pitch day and night. I tried marking time on the wall with a Sharpie. 7 little lines for a week, then another 7, then another. But after a while, the lines just blurred. Time doesn't mean anything when the world stops. I brought notebooks, dozens of them. Thought I'd document everything, the ultimate Everest and account, Pulitzer material, right? But I haven't written a word. Not one. Every time I pick up a pen, my hands shake. What's the point? Who's left to read it? The food's almost gone. I've been rationing 1 protein bar a day, split into thirds, breakfast, lunch, dinner. Sip water from the filtration tank like it's whiskey. I counted every pouch back when I still cared. 24 emeras, 12 gallons of water, a jar of multivitamins that expired last year. It's been months, maybe. Felt like years. My pants don't fit anymore. Bolts on the last notch. I talk to myself, out loud. Narrate my days like I'm hosting some morbid podcast. Today, folks, we'll be discussing the subtle art of staring at concrete. Pathetic, right? But you know what they say. Right are just people who never learned how to shut up. I wonder about the others, the ones who didn't make it to their shelters, or the ones who didn't have shelters to begin with. My neighbor, Mrs. Rees, she used to bring me Timels every Christmas, told me I worked too much. You're gonna end up alone with your notebooks. Me, Joe, she'd say. Guess she was right. I think about my sister a lot. Marissa, she was 8 months pregnant when I last saw her. We fought the day I left Denver. She wanted me to stay. The world's going to hell, Randy, she said. You can't outrun it. I told her I wasn't running. I was preparing for what? This. Sitting in the dark talking to a tape recorder. Sometimes I play this stupid game. I close my eyes and try to remember the sound of rain, or traffic, or a dog barking, little things. The way my old typewriter clacked when I hammered the keys. The smell of ink on paper. The guy at the coffee shop who'd always misspell my name on the cup. Rande. God, I'd give anything to correct him one last time. I tried writing a letter to Marissa, tore it up. Tried recording a message for her on this thing, delete it. What do you say? Sorry I wasn't there. Sorry I chose a hole in the ground over holding my niece for the first time. The worst part is the hope. It's like a splinter under your fingernail. You can't ignore it. Can't dig it out. Every time I check the radio, some idiot part of me whispers, maybe today the static will crackle to life. Maybe a voice will say, this is the emergency broadcast system. Stand by for instructions. But it's always nothing. I keep having the same dream. I'm standing in a field. The sky's this weird shade of purple like a bruise. There's a payphone ringing in the distance. I run toward it, but the F-field never ends. The ringing gets louder, until I wake up sweating, heart slamming against my ribs. I wonder if the air outside is breathable. They never tell you that in the movies. How long does radiation linger? Weeks? Centuries? I've got a gauger counter in the supply locker. Used to check it every hour. Now it just sits there, silent. The needle's been stuck on 0 for I don't know. Long time to calculate how many calories I have left. 200 per day. Times, let's see, 30 days in a month. No, wait. I started with 24 MREs. Each one's 1200 calories. Divided by never mind. Doesn't matter. The numbers don't add up anymore. I've started talking to the canned peaches. There's 6 left. Name them all after my exes. Julia's the sweet one, Vanessa's a little tart. I miss the sun. Not the heat, just the light. The way it used to bleed through my apartment blinds in the morning. Golden, warm, and alive. These leady panels in here, they're too white, too clean. Like fluorescent ghosts. I keep telling myself I'll go out. Just crack the hatch, take a peek. But what if the air's poison? What if there's nothing left but ash and bones? I'd rather die down here with my delusions. At least the ghosts in my head are kind. I read somewhere that hunger makes you hallucinate. Can't tell if that's happening yet. Last night, I swore I heard a piano playing. Something slow. Gershwin, maybe. When I was a kid, my mom used to play Rhapsody in Blue on our old upright. I'd lie under the piano, feeling the notes vibrate in my teeth. Maybe that's what death is. A song you used to love, fading out. I should have brought a deck of cards, or a harmonica, or a goddamn plant, something to watch grow. Instead, I've got 4 walls, a cot, and a pile of empty cans. My greatest hits collection. Remember when people used to say, "You can't take it with you." Turns out, you can't leave it behind, either. All my regrets fit just fine in here. Plenty of room. If you're hearing this, I don't know. Maybe you're some future archaeologist. Maybe you're a mutant with 3 eyes. Whoever you are, don't pity me. Don't waste your time. Just do me a favor. Tell a story. Even if it's a lie, the world shouldn't end with a whimper. It should go out with one hell of a punchline. Wait, did you hear that? So no. Of course not. If anyone's still listening, I don't know why I keep saying that. Habit, I guess. Like a knocking on wood or saying bless you when someone sneezes. Old rituals die hard, even when the world's already dead. I tried singing today. My voice cracked halfway through Yesterday by the Beatles. Couldn't remember the second verse. Funny the things your brain holds onto, and the things it lets go. I used to know every lyric to every song on my dad's old records. Now, I can't even recall what his laugh sounded like. The hunger's different today. Not sharper, just heavier. Like my stomach's filled with wet sand. I licked the inside of a peanut butter pouch this morning. Scraped it clean with my finger. Tasted like salt and foil. I keep having this thought, what if I'm the last one? Not the last one in boys. Not the last one in America. The last one, period. The universe's longest running solo act. Randy Cole, freelance writer turned professional hermit, starring in The End of the World, a one-man show. I wonder if the stars are still out there. I used to drive out to the desert sometimes, lie on the hood of my car, and just stare up. Light pollution was getting worse every year, but on clear nights, you could still see the Milky Way. A river of light, my dad called it. Said the ancient Greeks thought it was the spilled milk of some goddess. I always liked that. The idea that even the gods could be messy. Now I'd give anything to see a single star. Just one. Proof that there's still something above all this concrete. The radio's still silent. I check it twice a day now. Once when I wake up, once before I try to sleep. If sleep is what you call lying in the dark with your eyes closed, pretending you don't feel your ribs pressing against your skin. I had a dream about a library last night. One of those old, grand ones with ladders that slide along the shelves. I was running my fingers over the spines, pulling out books at random, but every single one was blank. Empty pages. Just like my notebooks. I think I'm starting to forget things. Not just lyrics or nail things. The color of my first car. The smell of my grandmother's perfume. The sound of rain on a tin roof. It's all getting fuzzy, like a photograph left in the sun too long. I tried drawing today. Found a pencil in my backpack. Drew a tree on the wall. Looked like a child's sketch. All crooked lines and uneven branches. I used to be good at this. Back in college, I'd doodle in the margins of my notes. Little cartoons. My professor once said I had an eye for detail. Now I can't even draw a leaf right. I keep thinking about all the stories I never wrote. The ones I kept putting off. I'll get to it next week, I'd say. When I have more time. Joke's on me, I guess. Turns out, someday has an expiration date. I found a half-empty bag of crops in my jacket pocket. Cherry flavor. I've been sucking on one a day, making them last. Today's was stuck to the wrapper. Had to peel it off like a band-aid. Tasted like medicine and dust. I wonder if the oceans are still blue, or if they've turned gray with ash. I never learned to swim, always meant to. Marissa tried to teach me once at Coney Island. I panicked when my feet couldn't touch the bottom. She laughed and called me a landlubber. God, I hope she made it. Hope she's somewhere safe with her baby. Hope she's not sitting in a bunker like this. Counting drops. I tried reciting poetry today. Frost, Whitman, Plath, bits and pieces came back, but the words felt hollow, like reciting a grocery list. Poetry needs air to breathe, needs sky, needs living people to hear it. Down here, it's just ghosts talking to ghosts. I've started talking to the walls. Not like before, not narrating. Actual conversations, asking them questions, waiting for answers. Today I ask, what do you think happens when we die? The silence felt heavier afterward, like even the concrete was holding its breath. I keep imagining I hear knocking. Not the pipes. I know what those sound like. This is different, sharp, deliberate. 3 quick raps. Then nothing. I've started knocking back 3 times, always 3. No one's answered yet. I miss the wind, not the big howling storms, just the little breezes. The way they'd rattle the screen door on my porch in summer, the way they'd carry the smell of cut grass or distant rain. I tried exercising today, 10 push-ups, made it to 4 before my arms gave out. My reflection in the metal cabinet door looks like a stranger, sunken eyes, hollow cheeks. My beard's grown and patchy. I look like a cartoon of a shipwreck survivor. I think about the people I've loved, not just Marissa, the ones who got away, the ones I let go. Sarah from grad school, Jake from the coffee shop, Miss Delaney, my high school English teacher who told me I had a voice. I hope they're all somewhere better than this, somewhere with light. I've started saving my fingernail clippings, not on purpose. Just where else would I put them? They collect in little crescent moons by my cot, proof that my body's still trying to grow, even as it wastes away. I wonder if anyone's left in the cities, if there are people in New York or LA, hiding in subway tunnels, eating rats and talking to the dark like I am. Or if it's just empty now, skyscrapers standing like tombstones. I had a memory today, completely random. 4th grade, field day, 3-legged race. I was paired with Tommy Resnick. We fell halfway through, skinned our knees, laughed so hard we couldn't get back up. The teacher had to untee us. I haven't thought about Tommy in 20 years. Wonder where he was when the bombs fell. Wonder if he's still laughing somewhere. I've started naming the silence. Today I called it Margaret. Seemed like a Margaret kind of day. I missed the weight of a book in my hands, the sound of pages turning, the way you could fall into a story and forget the world for a while. Now the only story left is mine, and I'm running out of pages. I tried humming today. No song in particular, just noise, something to fill the air. It echoed back at me flat and tinny, like the shelter was humming along. I keep thinking about the last meal I ever ate. A cheeseburger, fries, a chocolate shake. I was in a diner off the highway. The waitress called me, "Hon." I left her a 20 on a $12 tab. I hope she used it to get somewhere safe. I hope she's alive. I've started giving the silence a personality. Today it's a librarian, shushing me when I talk too loud. Funny how the mind copes, how it tries to make the emptiness feel less alone. I wonder if the birds are gone, all of them, even the crows. They survived everything else, wars, plagues, climate change. Would they survive this, or are the skies empty now too? I tried counting today, just to see how high I could go. Lost track around 400. Started thinking about how numbers never end. They just keep going, unlike people. I had another dream about the payphone. This time I reached it, picked up the receiver. No one was there, just the dial tone load, endless. I woke up with my ears ringing. I missed the smell of fresh laundry, the sound of a basketball bouncing on pavement, the way ice cubes clink in a glass, little things, stupid things. I think about my parents a lot. They died years ago, car accident. I used to visit their graves every Memorial Day, leave a bottle of my dad's favorite bourbon and a pack of my mom's Mentals. Even though neither of us smoked, it was our little joke. I hope no one bombs the cemetery. I hope the dead get to rest in peace, even if the living didn't. I've started whispering my secrets to the walls, things I've never told anyone. The time I cheated on a math test in 7th grade. The night I let my best friend's girlfriend kiss me and didn't stop her. The way I used to pretend I wasn't scared of the dark when I was a kid. The walls don't judge. They just listen. I wonder if the moon's still up there. If it's looking down on all this, same as always. Cold and quiet, unaffected. I tried to cry today, just to feel something. But my body's too dehydrated. All I got was a headache. I keep thinking about the last conversation I ever had. It was with the cashier at the gas station. I bought a pack of gum and a bottle of water. He said, "Have a nice day." I said, "You too." And that was it. The last words I ever spoke to another human being. You too. I've started giving the silence different moods. Today it's melancholy. Yesterday it was angry. The day before, amused. It's better than talking to myself. At least this way. It feels like someone's listening. I wonder if the grass will grow back, if the trees will ever bear fruit again, if the rivers will run clear, or if the earth is just done now. I tried to remember the taste of an orange today, the way the juice would sting if you had a cut on your hand, the way the peel smelled when you ripped into it, but all I could think of was the word range, the idea of it. The memory's gone. I miss the sound of my own name, not said by me, by someone else. No one said my name in months. I think about all the things I'll never do now. Never see the Grand Canyon, never learn to play piano, never fall in love again. Funny how the end of the world shrinks your bucket list down to nothing. I've started pretending the silence answers me. Today I asked it, "Do you think it hurts to die?" It didn't respond, but then again maybe that was the answer. I keep waiting for the fear to set in, the panic, the screaming desperation. But it's not coming, just tiredness, a deep, bone-heavy tiredness. I wonder if anyone will ever hear these tapes. If 100 years from now, some explorer will dig through the rubble and find this little metal box. Will they care? Will they listen? Or will I just be another voice lost to static, like all the others? I guess it doesn't matter. I'm so tired. I think I'll sleep now. Maybe tomorrow the radio will work. Maybe tomorrow someone will answer, maybe. If you're hearing this, I don't know how much longer I can talk. My mouth is dry. My tongue feels thick, like it's made of wool. I have to think about each word before I say it, like picking stones out of mud. I dreamed about water last night, not just a glass, an ocean, endless and blue. I was floating weightless. The sun was warm on my face. When I woke up, I licked my lips and tasted salt. Or maybe that was just sweat. The hunger isn't pain anymore. It's something else. A hollow space where my stomach used to be. Like someone reached inside me and scooped everything out. Left nothing but air and echoes. I tried the radio again this morning. My hands shook so bad I dropped it. The batteries rolled away. I didn't even try to find them. What's the point? Static's all that's left. Static and me. I keep thinking about my first apartment, the one with the leaky faucet. Drip. All night long. Used to drive me crazy. Now I'd give anything to hear that sound again, anything to break the silence. I saw my reflection today, in the metal siding. My eyes look wrong, too big for my face, sunken dark, like 2 holes punched in paper. I don't recognize myself anymore. I tried to stand up too fast earlier. My vision went black at the edges, like someone was turning down the lights. I sat back down before I fell. Smartest thing I've done all week. I've been thinking about time, how we used to measure it in minutes, hours, days. Now it's just breaths, heartbeats, the space between one thought and the next. I miss colors, real colors. Not this gray, not the sickly yellow of the emergency lights. I miss green, red, the purple of twilight, the way sunlight looks through a glass of whiskey. I had another dream about the payphone. This time when I picked it up, someone was there, breathing, not speaking, just breathing. I woke up gasping. My own breath sounded too loud, like an intruder. I found half a protein bar in my pocket today. Crumbs, really, stuck to the wrapper. I ate them like they were communion wafers. I've started forgetting words, simple ones, like spoon or cloud. I have to circle around in my mind, the thing you stir with, the white thing in the sky. It's like my brain is unraveling, one thread at a time. I wonder if it's day or night outside. I wonder if day, night, even mean anything now. Maybe the sky's just one endless dusk. Maybe the sun gave up too. I tried to remember my mother's face today. I could only see her from behind, walking away. Always walking away. The silence has a texture now, thick, heavy, like wool packed in my ears. Sometimes I think it's pressing down on me, like if I stay quiet too long, it'll crush me flat. I've started talking to the canned goods again, not just the peaches. All of them. Today I told the green beans about the time I got lost in the woods as a kid, how I sat under a tree and cried until a park ranger found me. The green beans were good listeners. I keep thinking about the last movie I ever saw. Some superhero thing. Explosions. A post-credit scene teasing the next installment. There won't be a next installment now. The franchise is canceled. I miss smells. Real ones. Not this recycled air. Not my own stink. I miss gasoline. Fresh cut lumber. Popcorn. The way rain smells on hot pavement. I tried to write today. Just one word, hello. My hand shook so bad it looked like a child's scribble. Though didn't even close properly. I've started seeing things, not hallucinations. Not yet, just a movement. In the corners of my eyes. But when I turn, there's nothing there. Just walls, always walls. I wonder if the rats survived, cockroaches, all the things we tried so hard to kill. Maybe they're out there now, inheriting the earth, laughing at us. I had a memory today, completely random. My high school prom. I spilled punch on my rented tux. The stain never came out, I had to pay extra. At the time, it felt like the end of the world. I've started measuring time in blinks. How many between thoughts, between breaths. The numbers keep getting higher. I miss music. Not just songs, the sounds underneath, The squeak of a guitar string, the click of a metronome, the hiss of a needle on vinyl before the music starts. I tried to pray today. Didn't know who to pray to. Didn't know what to say. Just sat with my hands folded like I'd seen people do. It felt silly. But then again, what isn't silly now? I keep thinking about all the things I'll never know. Who shot JFK? What's at the bottom of the ocean? If we ever would have had flying cars. All those mysteries just gone. Like someone burned the library down. I've started tasting colors. The dark tastes purple. The silence tastes gray. My hunger tastes yellow. I saw a spider yesterday. Teeny thing, crawling across the floor. I watched it for hours. When it left, I felt more alone than ever. I miss touch. Not sex, just human contact. A handshake. A pat on the back. The way my mom used to brush my hair out of my eyes when I was sick. I tried to laugh today, just to see if I still could. It came out like a cough. Like something breaking. I've started remembering things wrong. Mixing up memories. Did I have a dog as a kid, or did I just want one? Was my first kiss behind the bleachers or in a parked car? The past is turning to soup in my head. I wonder if anyone's left in other countries. If somewhere in Switzerland or New Zealand, people are still living, going to work, having barbecues. Maybe they don't even know yet. Maybe the news hasn't reached them. I tried to scream today, just to hear something loud. My throat was too dry, it came out a whisper. I've started dreaming while I'm awake. Little flashes. My third grade classroom. The smell of my grandfather's pipe. A streetlight flickering outside my first apartment. Then they're gone, like someone changing channels too fast. I miss being bored. God, I'd give anything to be bored again. To sit through a bad movie. To wait in line at the DMV to watch paint dry. I think about all the art that's gone now. The books no one will read. The songs no one will hear. The paintings rotting in museums. All that beauty wasted. I've started talking to the Randy I used to be. The one who complained about slow Wi-Fi. Who got annoyed when his favorite show was canceled. That Randy seems like a stranger now. Like someone from another world. I keep waiting for the end to feel important. For some great revelation. But it's just this. A man in a hole. Talking to himself. Running out of words. I wonder if death hurts. Or if it's just stopping. Like a record spinning after the music's ended. I've started seeing patterns in the walls. Faces, animals, landscapes. Like clouds, but in concrete. Today I saw a ship sailing. Yesterday it was a woman crying. I miss the wind. Just the wind. The way it could be gentle or fierce. The way it carried smells and sounds. The way it made you feel alive. I tried to remember my favorite book today. Couldn't recall the title. Just the color of the cover. Blue. Or maybe green. I've started apologizing to inanimate objects. To the empty cans, to the cot. To the walls. For leaving them. As if they'll miss me. I keep thinking about the last sunset I saw. Did I even look? Was I staring at my phone checking emails? I can't remember. What a stupid thing to forget. I've started feeling sorry for the shelter. For this little metal tongue. It was built to save someone. And it did, for a while. Now it's just a coffin with better plumbing. I wonder if the stars are watching. If they've seen this before. If they know how it ends. I'm so tired. I think this is the last tape. I don't have anything profound to say. No great wisdom, no final truth. Just, if you're out there, if anyone's left, don't waste the light. Don't waste the quiet. Don't waste the time you have. I would give anything for one more minute of it. One more, just one more, okay?
It takes a lot of time to create these videos. I would really appreciate your support. All I ask for is a quick like on the video and subscribe. Thank you so much.